Hi guys. Okay, so I decided to do a YouTube live because um my phone ran out of storage, so I kept recording the same video like 3 times. I literally recorded maybe like 45 minutes of footage each time, and I just ran out of storage. So I don't even know if people watch YouTube lives like that, or if my subscribers will watch a YouTube live. I probably won't get any views on this. But I decided to make this corn salsa, which is what I'm straining right now. Actually, I don't know if I was supposed to keep the corn juice. I don't think so. But anyway, um, I'm making corn salsa for tomorrow. For one of like the, I guess, side dishes. I don't know. At my aunt's house. And I figured I'd make it tonight instead of in the morning, and it'll already be ready. So, anyway, so I'm going to make this and just talk about everything that I'd already talked about in the videos I recorded, which is basically just a bunch of updates. So, by the way, in this corn salsa, I'm using 1 can of regular yellow corn, not sweet corn. I have made that mistake buying sweet corn. Don't do it. And then a can of white corn. So I'm gonna just drain this one too. If anyone knows like a more efficient way of draining vegetables, let me know. I'm maybe putting them in a strainer. I don't know. But this stuff doesn't. I like the way corn tastes, but I really do not care for the smell. Okay. So anyway. So some of the stuff I wanted to update you guys with. So first is now I don't even remember. I had so many things I wanted to tell you guys, and now I can barely remember any of them. Let's see. I thought I will need this in a little bit, huh? Oh, videos. Okay, I remember now. So I actually recorded 2, or no, not 2. Okay, guys, this is why my phone runs out of storage, because I blabber and I have to cut all this out and it just becomes a mess. Okay, no, I recorded 1 video on a full coverage makeup routine, specifically for people with dry skin, people that have eczema, like that kind of thing. And so I already recorded it, and I just haven't edited it fully, and so that's why I haven't uploaded it. But that will be going up sometime later this week, because I really want to get back to doing the actual makeup tutorials. I know, like, I do a lot of weight loss stuff and blah blah blah, but you know, I really started this channel, Lizzie Morris MUA, makeup artist, to do makeup. So I want to do more of those. So that's a really good video. I'm so excited to post it. It's just a really long video, so it takes a while to edit. Right now, by the way, I'm chopping up some jalapenos. But yeah, so that'll be coming. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you turn on the bell notifications. Just where the subscribe button is, there's a bell next to it, and you guys can click that, and you'll get notified when I post from now on, hopefully. The other things, one was my weight loss. Okay, so the lowest I had lost so far on this 21-day meal plan I'm doing, which I will have linked in the description, I guess, after I get off here, if anyone's interested. Or I always have it in my description box, actually. But I had actually got down to 17 pounds. Last YouTube video I made said 15 pounds. But I had lost 2 pounds after that. So, yeah, I had actually got down to 17 pounds. And then I think I gained 2, like, right when my period was starting, TMI. And then that was a few days ago, or maybe like a week ago. And I haven't weighed myself since, and I've kind of been eating a little bad. So I was really trying to be that person that, like, okay, while everyone else gains like 10 pounds during the holidays, I lost like 15 pounds. Like, I was trying to be that person. But, you know, I explained this so many times in the video I recorded earlier, but basically, not that anyone peer pressures me to eat junk food. I mean, usually it's the opposite. Um, but it's like just one of those things around the holidays. Because, like, it's easy to eat healthy at home. It's so easy for me. I mean, I sit there and eat pretty much avocados and tomatoes all day. But, anyway, it's just like one of those things where, like, you don't eat someone's cooking or something, and then they're like, well, are you not hungry or something? Like, they ask you questions like that, and you can either do a few things. You can lie and say, yeah, I'm not hungry, or be honest and be like, well, I'm actually trying to lose weight and diet. And they're like, then it just becomes a whole conversation. And I know I post about weight loss on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Like, it's not a secret, especially me being someone who's lost and gained over 100 pounds. Like, it's, you know, it's nothing new, right? But it's just like something, sometimes I'll talk to people about it, but it's just like something I don't feel like talking about. And I don't feel like being that person that's just like not eating, and then it's like obvious, you know? So I don't know. So for me, I'm just kind of chilling right now, and I think as soon as Christmas is over, I will be back on track. And it's just like one of those things where I know this meal plan works, so I could literally, and I'm not saying this is an excuse to eat unhealthy, so don't let it be, because it's not good advice. But it's just like one of those things where I lost 10 pounds the first 5 days doing this meal plan, so I kind of know it works, and I know I can lose whatever weight I gained during the holidays. Yeah, really dumb, I know. But also yesterday, just FYI, I've been seeing my cousin a lot lately. Like, we've been seeing each other at least like 3 times a week the past like month-ish. Maybe not 3 times a week, but a lot. A lot more than usual. And she saw me last night and said she noticed I lost weight. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm maintaining. Who knows? I've been eating a lot of dairy, which is really, let me just say this. I will be eating more dairy the next few days. I know I am, but it's kind of self-sabotage because it's like messing my stomach up hardcore. And we went to a Mexican restaurant yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. And I just started getting them stomach cramps so bad. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know. But, and I hadn't had those in forever, and it was definitely from the cheese dip and probably the sour cream as well. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to quit eating dairy, but also just like, it's kind of, you know, it's one of those things too. I keep saying that phrase, but it is just something kind of like, sometimes, not that it's like ideal, but sometimes it's like good to kind of fall off plan, because then you realize how shitty food really does make you feel. Like, when you eat unhealthy, like, you really feel like crap. And sometimes it's good to realize that again, you know, so then you get back on track and you don't want to fall down that, you know, pit hole again, basically. So it's kind of an eye-opener. You don't really realize how much like dairy and all that fried stuff really would mess my stomach up. And maybe it's like because your body just gets so used to it, but it's definitely not good for us. So I'm excited to get back on track, but I'm also like excited to just kind of chill and not stress. Not that losing weight stresses me out. It actually feels amazing, but it's just like I told you guys earlier, just the whole conversation of it, it's just like, ugh, you know. So yeah, that's just an update, because I know most people subscribe to my channel for weight loss content and weight loss motivation and just real and raw stuff. And that's why I want to be honest. I don't want to be someone who like doesn't tell you guys I'm like not eating my meal plan. Like, but I did tell my husband this the other day. I told him this is another reason it's also hard for me to, I know it seems easy for me to talk about it, but sometimes it's actually really hard for me to talk about it, because when I lost weight in high school, it was like after I'd even lost all the weight that I had lost, like I was really healthy at the time, it was just something where if someone saw me eating something unhealthy, they would be like, and I know it wasn't like out of a cruel intention or anything, but they'd be like, are you supposed to be eating that? You know, are you still doing your diet? And it kind of like, I don't want to compare what I went through or how I feel about it to PTSD, but it kind of scarred me for life. You know what I'm saying? Like the word diet pretty much has like, if I hear that, like, it's different when I say it, but if someone's like, oh, how's your diet going? I'm just like, I just get anxiety really bad, and I just start choking up, and I'm just like, it just makes me like really sick to my stomach when I hear someone say that. If they just said like, how's your meal plan going? That's like a totally different thing, but just the word diet has like scarred me. And also, so the other thing was, if someone, like I said, I know I post on YouTube and stuff about how everything's going, but it is just something I don't like to really talk about to people in person, because then people will ask like, oh, so are you still doing it? Oh, or like if I eat a piece of bread, they'll be like, or this is how it's always been in the past. And, you know, it might not be that much this way this time, because I don't see many people in person, like, that are following me on all my social media, you know? Even my family, like, doesn't follow me on here. My mom watches my videos, and Mama, if you're watching, thank you. Because she secretly watches all my videos. But it is, I don't think people understand, and of course, I don't understand the other things people go through, but it's something I've always dealt with. And so now, if someone's like, oh, are you supposed to be eating that? Or like, they kind of like, I almost feel like I'm being punished. And I know I'm not. No one can punish me, you know what I'm saying? But it just gives off this, it just always, when I was younger, and again, not that anyone was actually punishing me, but when I was younger, I almost felt like when people would say that, I kind of felt like I was in trouble, you know? And I don't like feeling like that. I don't like, even if it's in my best interest, even if someone says, like, are you supposed to be eating that? Like, I'm only asking you because you said you wanted to stick to this, even if it's, like, out of that kindness and out of that love, you know, it's just not good for me. So, anyway, I don't know how I got on that whole tangent, but it's just something I go through. So I'm kind of glad that I realized that, though, because for so long I always just kind of questioned, like, why do I feel this way? Like, I don't understand why this makes me so upset. And now I realize it's just like, I kind of realized I felt like I was being punished, and it's no one's fault. It's just the way I feel, you know? So that's how that's going. I'm excited to get back on track. I love the 21-day meal plan. Doesn't have to just last for 21 days, of course. But it's awesome. If you guys are wanting to start like a new, and I know we all start New Year's resolutions. I actually started one this year. I was actually 20 pounds, or like 10, I was like 20 pounds lighter at the beginning of this year. Even though I've lost 17 pounds, like from now, I was like 20 pounds lighter. Because I remember weighing myself, like, no. My husband's playing this game, by the way. And at around New Year's, it was in January, and I got a gym membership for like the first time in like 2 or 3 years. And I remember I was like 330 something, and now I'm like 349 or low 350s last time I checked. I was like 350.2 or something like that. So yeah, I had gained almost 30 or probably like 30 pounds this year, and that's just crazy, right? And so I started that resolution in January, but now I'm just like someone who has to have some kind of tools, and working out's just not enough, you know? Because when I was working out and I thought I was eating healthy, I was eating fruits all day, and I guess it's just something my body is not, it's not a way I could lose weight, is doing certain things, eating certain things. So, but I'm telling you guys, the 21-day meal plan for me, I mean, it's easy breezy. Like, it is so simple. It's something I feel like is very attainable for your everyday life. Of course, like I said, there are those moments where you go out to eat. Well, even when I was going out to eat, I was still sticking to it. But when you're in a crowd or whatever, big parties, it's harder. But there are times where it's easy. Like, I volunteer at the Ronald McDonald House, and I brought some donuts last week, and I didn't eat one. So, and it wasn't really even that tempting, but I'm not a sweets person. I'm a very like chips and salsa kind of person, chips and cheese dip, like tacos, you know, Doritos, all that stuff, popcorn. So it's kind of, I guess, easier for me to say like no or not be tempted by sweets. But anyway, the whole point of me saying all this is if you're someone who is really wanting to start a New Year's resolution and really lose weight, I'm telling you, the 21-day meal plan is awesome. I'll try to put it in the description of this when I'm done. I don't know how to I don't know how to do live videos on YouTube, so anyway. But yeah, I do have a discount code that will get you 10% off the meal plan. Right now it's, I think, $19.99, so that'll knock it down like $2 almost. But it's originally like $25, or it's originally more than $20, and I don't know when that's going to end. I think it says limited time offer. So if I were you guys, I would just go ahead and purchase the meal plan. You get unlimited access to the Facebook support group. And you always have access to a meal plan. And so if I were you, even if you're not ready to like do the meal plan, if that makes sense, like even if you're not ready to start yet, I would go ahead and purchase it, use that code, get some money off of it. And so if the price goes back up, you know, you got it for a cheaper price. Then you get the Facebook support group, which is awesome. There's so many recipes in there. I've been talking so much, my throat's a little dry. Hey Coco, what are you doing, little girl? My little girl's looking at me. So yeah, so I really like it. What else was I going to talk to you guys about? I had so many things I wanted to say, and now kind of like stuck. Let's see. Well, okay, I remember. So, kind of, the title of this video isn't even as much about weight loss, where I said it's like, sometimes the holidays aren't easy. I'm actually referring to losses and, like, stuff like that. So, if you guys don't know, which probably a lot of you don't, my dad passed away in 2010 when I was 13. And so this actually makes Christmas number 9 without him. And it kind of, something I was saying earlier is that, you know, a lot of people say, well, it never gets easy, or it never gets easier. To an extent, that's true. Hi, whoever's hopping on. I don't know. It doesn't tell me who hopped on, but I see there's a viewer. Yay. I've been waiting for someone to hop on for, like, ever. Anyway, but it is kind of true. Like, it doesn't necessarily get easier, but it just is something, like, it just becomes a part of your everyday life. Like, you just get used to not having that person around. You know what I'm saying? I'm cutting up tomatoes, by the way, for this corn salsa now. But it kind of does get easier. I guess it's one of the things where you get so used to it, you don't think about the pain all the time. Doesn't mean the pain's not still there, but it's not constant. And it used to be really constant for me, and I'm sure it's still constant for other people in my life that lost my dad as well. But for me, it's not a constant pain anymore, which is nice. It's not fun being sad and missing someone all the time. Doesn't mean I still don't miss him in general, of course, but it's not like, again, it's not constant. So, but it is still sometimes hard around the holidays. You know, like, I was thinking about this earlier, and I never thought about this when I was younger until now, basically, I guess because I'm an adult and I like buying for other people, and it brings me a lot of joy to buy for other people. But when I was a kid, looking back, I didn't realize it then, but my dad really loved to spoil us, even though we weren't always financially stable, and like, it was not easy. Like, growing up, there was a lot of financial struggle. But I remember my dad he would go all out. And another thing I want to say for anyone watching, I hope that if you're this person, don't be like this anymore, because my mom's like this, and so is a lot of people that I know. So one of the things is, I don't remember my dad really saying this when we were younger, but my mom says it a lot. Mom, if you're watching, hi. But my mom will say, well, Christmas is going to be a little rough this year, whatever, whatever. And then it ends up being like amazing. And I'm just like, just quit saying that, because I am satisfied with nothing. Like, I am okay if you don't buy me anything, literally. Of course, it's nice to receive gifts, but it's just not a big deal anymore. And so anyway, but my dad still would go all out when we were kids. My mom would too. Okay. My stepmom, everyone in my family. I mean, we were very spoiled. Even though the things were like hard financially at some times in our lives, we were kind of spoiled, to be honest. And so I just remember my dad, like, one year, when High School Musical was popping, and I was obsessed with High School Musical. I'm not joking. I was obsessed with Hannah Montana. I was that kid. I remember my dad got me, like, all the High School Musical Barbie dolls. Like, they had all the dolls. I got, like, a High School Musical bed. I got so much High School Musical stuff, like, I think 2 years in a row, maybe. And I think I had all the movies. I might not have. I don't know. I just know that I was obsessed. And my dad, like, my mom might have got me some stuff too, but I just remember my dad getting me so much High School Musical stuff. It was always like, he loved to give us gifts, I think. I think that was something he really liked to do. It's kind of hard to remember because I was 13, and, I mean, I'm only 21 now, but, wait, that doesn't add up, does it? Yeah, I was 13 when he passed away, I think. I can't even remember. It was 2010. I'm 21 now, so you can do the math. But it's still the 9th Christmas without him, so now I'm getting so confused. But anyway. But trying to remember, I think it really brought him joy to get us Christmas presents. And I'm sure my stepmom, a lot of it was her ideas, of course, and my mom when we were really young and my parents were still together. But, yeah, so the point is that, not that I sit here and think, oh, what would my dad really be buying me if he was still around? It's not like that, but you kind of think, like, what would he be getting? I mean, you kind of do, but not in, like, a bad way. I'm kind of thinking, like, how would it be if he was here this Christmas, And then now I'm an adult, and I can buy for people, and I can do things for people, and I kind of think, like, well, what would I be getting my dad if he was still here? Like, what gifts would I be getting him? How would he react, because it's fun giving people gifts, and just thinking of making your parents happy when they spent your whole childhood trying to make you happy. Like, anyway, so that's it's sad. It's not, like, very depressing as it used to be when I was a kid, but it's just something that, like, if you've dealt with a very close loss, like whether it was a parent, a spouse, a sibling, a grandma, whatever, all of those are hard, and they're not super easy around the holidays, but you do get used to it during your day-to-day schedule. It was harder when I was a kid because my dad was still raising me. I feel like that's when losses, not to compare losses, but I feel like when it's someone that's, like, a part of your everyday life, like, okay, a spouse, for instance, like, that's hard. A sibling that you're living with still, or even when you're older, it's still hard. Again, I'm not trying to compare losses, but, like, I feel like the harder part of it, okay, losing the person is, like, extremely difficult. That's the hardest part, but another hard part is having to completely change your entire routine. So, like, when I was a kid, when my dad passed, like, it was no longer, he wasn't there to take care of me anymore. And it's like, when I go to my dad's house, it's like he's not there. So that was hard. But, then I lost one of my great grandmas and one of my great grandpas, and it was still hard. It was not an easy loss, but it's not like it wasn't a part of my everyday routine, so like the everyday life wasn't hard, but then these times of the years get hard. So I don't know if I'm making sense, especially if none of you watching have ever lost someone, but that's what makes it harder. The holidays make it hard for anyone you lost, and I feel like people that were in your everyday life, it's really hard when you lose them because your whole life changes. So I was just thinking about my dad today. Okay. And all of those thoughts came to my mind, literally all of them. So, yeah. Another loss thing I wanted to talk about is I had a really early miscarriage in July. Like, it's called a chemical pregnancy, where you basically are like pregnant for like 0.5 seconds and then your body like rejects it, and it's just, anyway, I did a whole video on that. If you guys want to go look at my page, I posted about it. But that's kind of been hard the past few days, because during this time of the year you see an influx in announcements. Like, everyone on the planet is announcing, okay? Like, I'm not even joking. Like, and I'm not bitter, and I'm not like mad. No, it's not that. It's just hard. It's not easy. That's just something that's very difficult. And so that's something I'm kind of dealing with personally as well. That's like one of my bigger struggles in my life right now. Like, that's like my main struggle. Weight loss, I got it figured out. Even if I mess up, I got it figured out. Like, you know, all these other things, I got it figured out. I think the cilantro is old. Oh no. But am I missing comments? No. Okay. I was just making sure. But anyway. But like this, it's kind of one of those things. I can't tell which cilantro. Oh my gosh. I should have gotten it. Oh, the cilantro's old. Oh, that really sucks. I have 2 full things of cilantro. I mean, some of it smells okay, but some of it just doesn't even smell like cilantro anymore. Anyway. Oh, but this is like just something, it's kind of out of your control, pretty much. Fertility is in the hands of God, really. Yeah, doctors can do all kinds of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's up to God. I mean, everything's up to God, but I don't know. You guys kind of get what I'm saying. It's just not something like, okay, yeah, you can go lose weight, but you can't just magically, like, get pregnant whenever you want, you know? I mean, it's just a difficult thing. And this month made 10 months, or 10 cycles. My cycles are, like, in between months. So it actually is not 10 full months, but it's, like, 10 full cycles. If that makes any sense. Probably doesn't if you're not a woman. But anyway. And so we're creeping up. I love this tea, by the way. This is Milo's no-calorie tea. But we're creeping up on almost a year, or 12 cycles, which is essentially a year's worth of cycles, trying. And it's not always actively trying. A lot of it's just like no protection kind of thing. But it was trying for a long time. Basically, when I had the chemical pregnancy, I was taking ovulation tests. I was looking at the calendar all the time, that kind of thing. Now I try not to stress out about all that stuff, but it is like just when you see all these announcements, and I'm not a person that like, and if you're this person, it's totally fine. I'm not a person who kind of like, after I had a loss, like, oh, I'd be like 25 weeks today. I didn't do all that stuff, just because to me, I just didn't want to think about it as much. Like, I do think about it, but I didn't want it to be like, oh, every week, you know, look at these apps and see what my baby would have been and things like that. But anyway, it's just, I would be like 6 or 7 months right now. Like, I would be less than 8 weeks away from my due date, pretty much. Less than 8 or 9 weeks away. Like, I'd be at the end, pretty much. And that is a little hard to think about when I just start to think about that. Like, wow, you know. And then even past that, in the past 6 months since then, since July, I was just expecting to get pregnant again. Like, I was really hoping that it would happen again, and I was really wanting to announce on Christmas to my family, because it's like Christmas is literally the only time of the year where I see almost every single close family member. Like, I see my mom, I see my aunt, I see my grandmas, I see my uncles, I see my cousins. Like, I see everyone between Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And so I said to myself, I really would much rather announce to people in person. Like, I want to, like, record everyone's reactions. I just wanted it to be that personal kind of thing where I'm, like, with my family. It's something I've been waiting for, and I used to care what my family thought about it, but now I don't care because I'm 21, I'm married, I'm living on my own. I can get pregnant if I want to. Like, it's, you know. But so then it became a thing, like, I really wanted to involve other people. As far as when I announced, I don't like to talk to people about it in person, just because I'm very backwards. I like to talk about things on YouTube and Facebook, but I don't like to talk about them in person. I think that's because I feel like no one watches my stuff, but I kind of use this as a diary, but I do get decent views. So anyway, but back to the point is I like pictured this moment on Christmas. I was just really hoping. I mean, like I said, I wasn't like intensely tracking, because it's stressful if you are someone who's tried, or you've tried in the past, or you're trying now. You just know it just stresses your body out. And some people get good results from tracking and like doing all that stuff, but for me, I think it just stressed me out too much. I thought I wasn't stressing, but I was stressing. But I had this moment in my head where I pictured me showing everyone the test and like crying in the bathroom, and like it was just this moment I envisioned. And I know for a fact I'm not pregnant right now, so and I'm not gonna waste a test tomorrow just to see, because I know I'm not. But it's just a little hard, but it doesn't ruin my Christmas. It's not something where I feel like Christmas is just over and like I'm just gonna be sad the whole time. It's not like that, but it's just like, darn, like, dang, almost a year. I know losing weight's helping though. I know for a fact it's helping, because my cycles have been like crazy. Like, I don't even feel like this is TMI because it's natural. But anyway, my cycles have been like for months now. Actually, right before my chemical pregnancy, my cycles were 28 days. Like, my cycles were like 28, 29, sometimes 27. Like, it was starting to get super regular. After that, my cycle started to be like 45 days, 25. Like, it would vary by like almost 20 days. It was insane. And I haven't had like a true 28-day cycle since July, or between June and July, like that time. And so now this past cycle is 28 days. So I think losing weight is like totally helping with that, like for sure, because I haven't had a 28-day cycle in like 6 months. So that's good news. It's really good news. And so that's why I have hope that the 21-day meal plan will help in the long run. But again, doesn't mean it's not difficult. Doesn't mean it's not, just not easy. I guess the word. Okay. I still have some things to talk about, but let me show you guys the corn salsa so far. I'm not done, but it looks delicious so far. Like, look. So far we have white corn, yellow corn, jalapeno peppers, tomatoes, and cilantro. I still have to put olives and green chilies, chopped green chilies, and some black olives. But I'm not going to put much black olives because I don't like black olives. And I'm also going to put salt and pepper. I wanted to put I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh, some avocado, but it might go a little bad by tomorrow afternoon, so I'm not. I have this big avocado over here. I'm going to show you guys in a second. And I think I missed its initial ripeness because now it's hard, and it's been hard for like a week. I'm like, it should have, you know how like avocados, they'll be hard, and then they'll get soft, and then when they're bad, they're hard again. This is one of those big avocados that stay green, like they don't turn black or brown, and it's still hard. So I'm like, did I miss its initial ripeness? But you know what? I just picked that off, and it's still really light green, so hopefully not. I might bring it with me tomorrow. It might be ready. It's kind of soft, but not really. Anyway, okay. So now, where is the can opener? Oh, it's right here. We're gonna open these green chilies and strain those. Oh crap. You know that hi Amber. I know I've been talking for like 30 minutes, so sorry guys if you're like late and I'm like confusing you. Y'all know, has anyone seen that about to drop this, the viral Facebook video where you hold your can opener like this and it works? Mine must be broken because mine doesn't do that, so I have to do it the really rigged way, and it's like not working. So I don't know how I'm gonna open this because all these cans have this. That never worked for me, really, Amber? Yeah. No, I got it. I did it. Wait, no. No, I am doing it wrong. I did it on. Okay, see, don't put me in the kitchen. Seriously, now I'm getting distracted. Okay, I gotta figure this out. I think this can opener is like rusty though. I need a new one. Pretty sure this one's like extremely cheap, but yeah, it's not even opening this. Nope, I thought I had it. Come on. Did I get it? Okay, I think I got it now. Yep, I got it. Okay, so some of the other things I wanted to talk about. I don't know, I guess when I was talking about fertility and all that stuff, the main point I wanted to take away from that is like, sometimes, I don't know if it's like, dealing with that and then missing my dad at the same time kind of just makes it like, more worse is not like a correct term, but like it just makes it a little difficult, because then I think like how my dad would be as a grandpa and like just all these thoughts. So, but I know my time's coming, and if you're someone watching this that's like dealing with the same things, oh my gosh, then I hope your time's coming too. And that's another thing. That's why I try not to get bitter when I see like announcements on Facebook. I try really hard not to be like mad. I do, like, you know, it makes you get a little upset, but I try not to be mad because I don't want anyone to be bitter when I announce, you know. Not that I'll really care because I'll be so happy. Oh, you don't? Okay, I didn't realize I've never bought green chilies. This is for some salsa. I didn't realize it was all mushy like that. Trying to start a family. Yeah, missing my grandma. Yeah. Yep. I feel you, girl. Like, it's difficult. Okay, so I did not know this. I'm not going to pour all of this in there, because my grandma wanted me to make this, and she said to follow this recipe with the green chilies, but I'm just putting a little bit because I don't like green chilies, and I'm kind of making this for myself too. I love corn salsa. My grandma, the grandma I'm making this for at my wedding, she made corn salsa for my wedding, and it was so good. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could have tasted it. She makes better corn salsa than I do, but I was trying to save her some time and money, so I offered to make it pretty much. So yeah, so I don't know. Oh, another update. This is like a whole update video, okay? Another update is that I got my makeup artist certification. I got it in November, but I was waiting until I got it in the mail to post about it on social media. Oh my gosh, I can't get this up. These are black olives. Now, I message retracted. What? What happened? Amber, all your message, oh my gosh. All of your messages say message retracted. Or all your comments. So I have no idea what you're even commenting anymore because it says some weird thing. Okay, anyway. So what I was saying is, that's so weird that popped up. That's weird. I like black olives, but only when they're dry, and I only like a little bit of them. So I got this whole can. You know, canned goods are so cheap. I mean, I feel bad for wasting them, but no one eats olives in this house, or if they do, I don't know about it. So I'm only going to put a handful of olives, because when there's too many, it tastes like alcohol. Is that weird that I think that? Because I remember I went to Diablo's, which is kind of like Moe's, which is kind of like Chipotle, okay? I love Moe's, Chipotle, and Diablo's. Like, I love all those places. Like, Mexican is the way to my heart, blah, blah. But one day, I was like, you know, let me put some black olives on there, on my salad. I get, like, a taco salad. And they're good when you have, like, one in a bite. But when you have, like, 4 or 5 olives in your bite, it tastes like alcohol. And maybe, I think I do have some weird taste buds, because sometimes, like, food will, like, just all the time, like, eggs, oh no, I'm making a mess. Eggs will, like, smell like wet dog, and, like, I don't know, my taste buds are really jacked up. Something's wrong with them, I swear. So maybe it's just me. It might just be me, because I know a lot of people that like black olives, but if I have too many, it's kind of nasty. So I'll just put in a little bit of those. Put some pepper, probably put a little bit of lemon and lime juice. I have, like, fresh lemon juice and fresh lime juice taste way better than, like, the store bottles, but so much easier just to buy those. So I have fresh lime, but I don't have fresh lemon, so I'll actually squeeze fresh lime on here, and I'll squeeze the bottle of, we can actually put a few more olives. Okay, there's not as many as I thought. Okay, that's it. I cannot put more than that. See if it still don't let me see her messages. Nope, it still doesn't. It's so weird. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the lemon. Oh, I like putting lemon juice on almost everything. And again, I love fresh lemons. They're so much better than just like store lemon juice. Oh, I needed olive oil and vinegar. I forgot vinegar. I knew I forgot something at the store, but it's okay. We will survive. Okay, here's the extra virgin olive oil. Dang, I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, gotta put a little bit of that oil in there to kind of give it some, like, wetness, if you will. Another thing. I'm just spilling all of the beans tonight, okay? Is I actually, this sounds so gross. I am a weirdo. But I like soggy food. Is that really nasty? Like, it's not like I would want to go to a restaurant and then, like, give me soggy food. Okay, that sounds disgusting. But, like, when it comes to, like, this, I like it to be a little, like, soaked in some kind of, like, you know, oil or something. I know that makes me sound really gross. But if I prepared it, I'm cool. Oh, I meant to get the fresh olives. I mean, oh my gosh, my brain. Fresh lime. Fresh lime. Okay. Which actually they're not that fresh anymore. They're pretty old, but they'll still taste good. They're just a little stale. Oh. Yeah, they're hard to squeeze when they're stale. Anyway. So, yeah, I just decided to come Instagram Live. Oh, YouTube Live, good. You guys see how my brain works, okay? I hope if you are a new viewer, or even if you're someone who watches me all the time, you don't judge me, because, yeah, that's, my brain just can't think half the time, okay? Anyway, I'm YouTube Live, right? I decided to come YouTube Live, because I did record videos earlier, and, my phone ran out of storage, so I decided to come live. But also, Facebook, let me tell you guys, I got to start posting more on YouTube. Like, I'm going to start posting consistently in the new year because Facebook kicks me off every time I go live. Pretty sure someone's been reporting my videos. And I just can't, like, I just can't post on, I just can't post on Facebook. Like, that's just it. Like, it's just becoming really difficult to run a full-time business on Facebook. Some people are having good luck, but for some reason, on my end, I'm having really bad luck with the Facebook, not just the algorithms, because sometimes the algorithms, we think that's why we're getting no engagement, and most of the time it's just like people don't like what they see on our pages. Like, that's as far as it goes, that's as deep as it gets. But a lot of times it is the algorithm. It varies. And Facebook, this whole last week, I would go live like, oh my gosh, hold on. I put all of my Tupperware lids in this like brown box. It makes life so much easier. Maybe I should taste test it before I put it up. I don't have any chips though. Or do I? No. We don't have any chips. Let me see. I think Nick ate all his Doritos. Anyway, I'll just eat it with a fork. I like to eat this with chips though. I find a good bite. Use some more lemon juice. But yeah, basically, last like 4 times I went live, I've had to go live twice because I'll be on and then it literally just kicks me off. And it's not my Wi-Fi, because I'll do it on Wi-Fi and then I'll do it off Wi-Fi and the same thing keeps happening. And so it'll happen whether I'm on Wi-Fi or not. And then I'm like, okay, well, I was not done doing my makeup look, or I wasn't done talking, okay? And then it kicks, so I go back on, and then while I'm doing my second attempt in the same night, I get kicked off again. And it's happened before, and I would go live a third time, but it's just like, no, I'm not sitting here and going live 3 times in one night just to keep getting kicked off, which is really sad. And it's like, it's first world problems completely. It's not the end of the world, but it's frustrating, you know? It is frustrating I had so many like really good makeup looks planned, and it's just kind of like, I don't even feel like doing them sometimes if I don't go live, because my Facebook friends are like my hype man, like my hype girl, I guess. Let me show you guys this before I put it up, put it in the fridge. Does this not look delicious? Ugh, and it smells so good. I hope it tastes good tomorrow. It should. It'll be fine because it's in this glass container. Oh, yum. But yeah, it's just like, it's just frustrating, and it just kind of gets your spirits down. And I try not to let it affect me that much, because it's not the end of the world, but it just, again, just sucks. And so I needed to start posting more on YouTube, because I'm gaining subscribers. I mean, I'm not like the fastest growing channel, of course, but my subscriber count's slowly going up, and my views, I'm at like, my channel views are at like 13,500 almost, or last time I checked it was 13,000, I think 300 something. So my channel is growing, even if it's slow. Instagram's kind of hard for me, so I feel like YouTube's a good place for me to grow, and I'm gonna have to do that because I am an entrepreneur, like at heart. Like, I'm a true entrepreneur, and I like to be online, you know, like that's what I like to do. But anyway, I guess that's pretty much it for this, guys. It was what, 50 minutes I've been on here. I really hope that if you watch through this whole thing, just comment peanut butter. Comment peanut butter if you've watched this far. But thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to do an update video. I will be posting again in a few days. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.